Let's welcome Ocean Vuong. Born in Saigon, Vietnam, Ocean Vuong is the author of the chapbook Burnings by Sibling Rivalry Press and is currently an undergraduate at Brooklyn College, CUNY. He was a semi-finalist for the 2011 Crab Orchard Series in Poetry First Book Award and has received an Academy of American Poets Award, the Connecticut Poetry Society's Al Savard Award, as well as 4 Pushcart Prize nominations. Poems appear in Rhino, Diode, Lantern Review, Soft Blow, Crate, and Pank, among others. He keeps a blog at www.oceanvuong.blogspot.com. He doesn't even have to perform. I mean, that was fantastic already, but he's going to, and I'm grateful. Please welcome Ocean to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you, Michael, for putting up this reading for us queer folks. It's very important, especially nowadays, for a space where we can have our time and our voice. So I was visiting my grandparents, who are 70-year-old hippies, and they have a lot of lesbian friends who are also older. And I went over to the house for dinner once, and something very beautiful happened, and I made it into a poem. In defense of dancing. Tonight, they leave the curtains open, the lights on, from kitchen to living room. They dance. 2 women bent with years, swaying in the orbit of a Bach sonata. They move like this, as if nothing could be wrong with the ache to elevate. 2 bodies coming so close, a single breath warms between their lungs. They are dancing. They dip and gyrate, the record warping as each note spins its own blasphemy, each crescendo shined into climax. Look how they are reckless in this taming of gravity, spilling in and out of pleasure. And should she place on the other's ear the white lily perfected with memory, her hands in their need to keep from falling, find comfort in the waste no man has troubled, and should also in this nightmare the neighbors look in with terror crushed on their faces. Some saint's name fogging the window, fists pounding the door, a match lifting the hiss from an oiled torch. Should in this nightmare there be no nation under God, only this house with its one lit window, threatening joy. And should 2 women, full of nothing but heat and metronomes, begin to seal what's left of I love you between their lips, tell me you will not forget your faith in heartbeats, you who are human and must falter in the presence of beauty. Tell me you have dreamed of lifting your left foot closer to flight, that you too would die happiest by music, by drowning inside the mouth that swallows gladly your song. I was raised by women in a house of women, so a lot of my poems tend to be homages to them. This poem is written in the voice of my mother to her mother. My mother remembers her mother. My eyes close into a night thickened with ash and blossoms. Mortar blasts lighting distance into shocks of dawn. In a room lit with light from another house, you lie alone beneath a baby-faced GI. What you know as shame is forgotten in the belly inside your belly. Hunger neglects pride, the way fire neglects the cries of what it burned. Each soldier leaves you steeped in what they cannot keep. Liquor, salt of lust, the pink dust of shattered bodies. There are men who carry dreams over mountains. The dead on their backs. But only our mothers can walk with the weight of a second beating heart. Mama, when they ask me where I'm from, I tell them my song sleeps in the toothless mouth of a war woman, that a white man rages in my veins, searching for his name. I tell them I was not born, but spilled forth into the hunger of dogs. So, three more poems. This is my New Year poem. I was feeling mischievous, so I wrote it about oral sex. Devotion. Instead, the year begins with my knees scraping the hardwood. Another man trembling inside this mouth. Fresh snow crackling on the window. And I don't believe in God anymore. The difference between prayer and mercy is how you move the tongue. I press mine to the navel's familiar whirl. Those dark threads descending towards devotion. And there's nothing more holy than holding a man's heartbeat between your teeth, sharpened with want. This mouth, the entry into January. This hollow, muted scream, silenced at last with a sack, a grenade of white flowers. So what if my wings are burning? Even with flight, the stars are still too far away. Okay. Two more poems. And I have copies of my book. I'm sorry I have to leave right away. I live in Long Island. But otherwise, I'll spend more time with you. But thank you for having me. Thank you for listening. Revelation. Because we were boys, I could only touch you in the dark, where we pretended the sins promised by our fathers could not find us. In the path of trembling hands, the hair on our thighs rose against the night, and I dreamed the extraordinary things light would do to the parts I touched. Tuft of hair, silk of foreskin, that wet pearl emerging from its sheath. As I tasted myself inside your mouth, the breaths warm blooming, as those fig leaves lay torn by our feet. Somewhere, someone was beginning to sing. I had to touch my lips to know that song was mine. Self-fellatio as prayer. Thank you for your life. The title is as funny as I get, unfortunately. Exiled, I found citizenship in the republic of my body. That ravaged landscape I navigate by heart. And it's easy becoming what's yours. Can't say I know about divine intentions. My Lord lies between my legs, and each morning I curl to meet my Maker's lips. I pray faithfully in the cathedral of raised legs, my hair haloed with sunlight, as I bow deeper, eager to receive thy blessing.